G'day, I'm Peter from Total Bathrooms, and today's video is on how much does a bathroom cost? Now that's probably the most important thing that anyone wants to know when they start their renovation project is how much is this going to cost me? And before I get into the actual detail, and I am going to give you actual figures and averages and things, I just want to say that it's very difficult, and it's why no one else in the industry actually offers this pricing comparison, because you've got a massive range of prices of products on their own, from basins to toilets to baths to shower cubicles, and they vary in price based on lots of factors like the quality of the product, the size, what it will do for you, etc. Then you add that into the complexity of the size of the bathroom that people wish to put it into. If you have a huge bathroom like this one we're standing in, or a tiny bathroom where you can only just about fit a basin, toilet and shower in, there's a massive difference in the cost, particularly with things like wall coverings. Then you add into the complexity, building walls, changing floors, all sorts of other things. You can see quickly it becomes very difficult to give anyone an idea of price before you begin the project, or at least before you survey the room. However, all that said, we're going to give you some ideas today on how much a bathroom costs on average, what people spend on 3 different categories. So I'm going to break it down for you. It's going to be supply only. So if you just, how much would you need to spend to get products for a bathroom to install. And then the second one is how much would an independent installer that you might find on one of the direct trade directories cost. And then the third and final category is going to be when you put those 2 things together and you ask someone like us, Total Bathrooms, to do a supply and fit for you, how much is that going to cost? So without further ado, let's get stuck into our first category. So this is the first category, the supply of products only, not including any fitting. We're going to start with a bathroom or an ensuite. We'll talk about a cloakroom in a minute. But if you were to go for a basic package of products, a little bit like what's behind me here with a basin, with a semi-ped and a close-coupled toilet and a cubicle with a shower and so on, and all the brassware, wall coverings and some floor coverings, you'd be looking at a starting price of somewhere between £1,500 and £2,500. But the average person probably spends between £3,000 and £6,000 on that group of products, and of course they'd add at that price more elaborate items. It is, however, possible to spend £10,000, £15,000, £20,000 if you select products that are a lot more expensive. For example, one of my favourite products is the wash toilet, and a really excellent wash toilet which cleans and blow dries you and is an amazing piece of equipment. That on its own will cost you somewhere in the region of £3,000 or £4,000 once all the parts are included. So you can quickly see there's a big difference, but if you just remember £1,500 to £2,500 to start with, £3,000 to £6,000 on average, and £15,000 plus if you want. That is the average for en-suites and bathrooms. Now a cloakroom, so a cloakroom is where you just have a toilet and a basin downstairs usually, where guests can go and wash their hands and go to the toilet. That of course would be a lot less. You can probably do a nice cloakroom for £1,000 to £2,000. So I hope that gives you an idea about the products only. Now let's discuss the next category, which is the fitting on its own element of this. Okay, so the next category that we're going to discuss is the fitting element. We've talked about how much products cost. This is about the fitting element. So in the Bath and Bristol area, the average bathroom costs somewhere between £4,000 and £6,000 to fit these days, which includes tiling and floor laying and pretty much everything that a plumber would supply, just not the products that you would supply from a bathroom shop like us. An ensuite, of course, can be a little bit less expensive depending on how big it is, so probably between £3,000 and £5,000 for an independent fitter, independent of us or anyone else, that comes in and does that work for you. And for a cloakroom, which is smaller again, you're probably looking at between £2,000 and £3,000 if you're going to do a fair bit of tiling in a small cloakroom. If there's no tiling and you've just got to change a basin and a loo, of course it would be a lot less expensive than that. So that gives you an idea of the level of pricing for various things from an independent fitter. Now we don't offer the option to fit products that you haven't purchased from us. However, we do have a premium supply and fit service, which I'll talk about in the next category. So the final category that I want to discuss with you when considering how much a bathroom costs is a supply and fit option. Now, if you've watched the first two videos and you've thought about it and added those totals together, to get a bathroom from us or from any other bathroom shop, and to get an independent fitter in to fit it, starting price is around £6,000 approximately for a normal bathroom. But of course, obviously if you buy much better product and you've got a bigger bathroom, the cost would be greater. The average price would be, say, around £9,000 that one of our customers might pay to an independent fitter and to us combined. However, that does come with its inherent risks. You take your own responsibility if you go with an independent fitter. You have to deal with them directly and negotiate with them over snagging and price and all the rest of it. A lot of the fitters that we get recommended by other customers are brilliant and take care of all that. But if you're looking for something a little bit more premium, where you have a turnkey solution where we take responsibility, or indeed another store takes responsibility and gives you a warranty, just gives you somewhere to go back to that's a physical location if you've got any issues. We do a supply and fit service. Now, these tend to start at about £10,000. Anything, by the time you add the product and the fit in, that's the kind of begin. The average would be around £12,000 to £15,000, depending on what kind of level of product choice that you want to have. And that probably covers most of the supply and fits that we do. We have, however, done some beautiful ones that involve much more technical products and larger rooms with more expensive tiles and flooring and etc. and lighting. So of course you can spend more than that, but that just gives you an idea of the approximate averages for what we would call a supply and fit. So I hope you found the series useful to give you an idea, but please check our website out, because we have an entire pricing page that will help you to see images of bathrooms that we've done in the past and see what they would cost in both of those three categories: supply products only, the supply plus using your own fitter that you've found through us or somewhere else, and finally what it would cost if we were to do a full supply and fit for that bathroom. And by browsing those, hopefully you can find something that you really like, maybe 3 or 4. You can show them to us and we can do a quote for you. So that's Peter from Total Bathrooms. I hope you've enjoyed the series.